Hello, this is the Bible in Fewer Words. We are Carol and Steve Wells. This is episode 304, the book of Revelation, chapters 8 and 9. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Carol.
So there are 7 seals.
Yeah, the Lamb, Jesus, was opening the 7 seals, and you got through 6 of them last time. So now there's 1 left, and we're going to do that in this episode. So the 7th seal.
Okay, chapter 8. When he opened the 7th seal, it was silent in heaven for about a half hour.
That must have been nice. That would be heavenly, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Because they have all this
noise going on.
You know, they got all they got all the chanting going on about how wonderful God is over and over and over again.
Oh, you're right.
But now it's silent for half an hour. Wow, that'd be great.
And so when we say he opened the 7th seal, that's Jesus?
That's Jesus disguised as the lamb with 7 horns
oh yes, the
and
beautiful
7
lamb.
eyes. Yeah. And then we go on. John says, I saw the 7 angels standing in front of God. A trumpet was given to each of them. An angel took a censer, filled it with fire, and cast it to the earth. Now, notice that this is the 7th seal. We're doing it now. But what happens is the 7th seal turns into these trumpets.
Oh.
So the 7th seal opens, and then we have these trumpets, and we're going to have the first trumpet here.
I'm not sure I understand that.
You know those little Russian dolls?
Oh, yes,
where you
one
open it up,
inside.
and then there's something inside?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it is here.
This caused voices, thunders, lightnings, and earthquakes. So the silence is all done now.
Yes, I think so.
We had 30 minutes of silence. That's all we get.
And the 7 angels got ready to blow their trumpets.
All right.
So that's what happens when the 7th seal is open. You got
Yes.
7
Trumpets.
angels getting ready to blow their trumpets.
Okay.
7 trumpets, of course.
Verse 7. When the first trumpet was blown, hail and fire mixed with blood was cast down on the earth. This burned all the grass and a third of the trees.
If you're keeping score here, I'm not sure, because they're always talking about killing grass and trees and a third of this and a third of that. I don't think it all works out. It seems like overkill.
Oh, okay.
Right.
None is left over. It's killed several times.
That's the way it seems, yeah. Okay, verse 8. When the second trumpet was blown, a large burning mountain was cast into the sea, and 1/3 of the sea became blood.
A third of the living things in the sea died, and a third of the world's ships were destroyed.
Verse 10. When the third trumpet was blown, a great burning star fell from heaven on 1/3 of the rivers and springs. The name of the star was Wormwood, and 1/3 of the waters became wormwood, which killed many people who drank the bitter water.
So we're a little bit obsessed now with the number 7 and a third.
Yeah, that's right. So this wormwood, the star was called Wormwood, and the waters became wormwood. So what is wormwood?
I don't know. It sounds like it's a liquid that is dropped in something.
Actually, wormwood is a plant in the genus Artemisia. We have one in our yard. It's a big sagebrush.
Really?
Yeah, that's a species of the genus Artemisia. But Artemisia tends to be plants that have sort of a bitter taste.
Mm.
So when the star, wormwood, hit the water, that made the water bitter. It's not only bitter, but so poisonous that when people drank it, they died.
Okay. Verse 12. When the fourth trumpet was blown, 1/3 of the sun, moon, and stars were destroyed. Another third were darkened, and days and nights were 1/3 shorter.
Yeah, I guess it made the earth spin a little faster, but 16-hour days, I guess. But before, I think we've already had the sun and the stars fall from the sky. But anyway, it's going to happen again, I guess, here. I saw and heard an angel fly through heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because there are another 3 angels who haven't blown their trumpets yet.
We're almost running out of things that the angels could destroy with their trumpets.
I think so, yeah.
Chapter 9. When the 5th trumpet was blown, I saw a star fall from heaven onto the earth, and he was given a key to the bottomless pit.
He opened the bottomless pit, and the sun and air were darkened by the smoke that came out.
Locusts came out of the smoke, and they were given power like scorpions on the earth.
They were told not to hurt the grass, green things, or trees, but only those without the seal of God on their foreheads. Remember we had the seal of God in the last episode?
Oh,
put
yes.
on people's foreheads?
Yes.
So these scorpions, flying scorpions, are going to attack and sting people that don't have the seal of God on their foreheads.
We were wondering exactly what that seal was going to do for those people, for the 144,000 people.
Turns out it comes in handy.
Yes. Verse 5. They were to torment them for 5 months, like that of the sting of a scorpion.
In those days, people will want to die, but they won't be able to.
The locusts will be like horses, with gold crowns on their head, human faces, hair like women, teeth like lions, with iron breastplates and wings that sound like chariots.
They'll have stings on their tails like scorpions and will hurt humans for 5 months.
So all of our listeners should go to the Skeptic's Annotated Bible website and select this podcast, number 304, to see the lovely pictures that Steve has posted there.
Yes, and on each episode we do that, and it also has the text, and the YouTube video is embedded at the top, so you can read along with us.
Okay, verse 11. Their king is the angel in the bottomless pit, whose name is Abaddon in Hebrew, Apollyon in Greek.
The king of the locusts is this guy, Abaddon. And people argue about who are they referring to. Everything that's said in Revelation is obsessed upon by people who are trying to figure out when the end of the world is going to come. So they have explanations for everything that goes on. And with Abaddon, some people say that it's the Antichrist. Some people say it's Satan. Some people say it's just one of God's good angels who's doing God's dirty work for him.
Okay.
And the Jehovah's Witnesses have the most interesting explanation. I think they say that it's actually the resurrected Jesus. And I have a link to the Watchtower article that explains all that. How Jesus is actually this king of the locusts.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah. I'd want to stay away from him, I think.
Verse 12. One woe is down, 2 more to come. Oh, that was the 5th seal.
Yeah. Still got 2 more to go.
That's in the Bible. Okay.
Yeah, let me see how it's put. 1 woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
Oh.
1
Great.
down, 2 to go.
Verse 13. The 6th trumpet blew, and I heard a voice saying, Set the 4 angels loose who are tied up in the Euphrates River.
And the 4 angels were set free. They spent a year, a month, a day, and an hour preparing to kill 1/3 of the people on earth.
They gathered an army of 200 million horsemen.
The horses had lions' heads with fire, smoke, and brimstone coming out of their nostrils.
Wow. The fire, smoke, and brimstone killed 1/3 of the human population on earth.
I think this is probably about the 5th or 6th third, don't you think?
Yes.
The horses also had tails like scorpions. The 2/3 that survived didn't repent. They still worshiped devils and gold and silver, brass and stone and wood idols.
That's it for today.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but there will be another seal somewhere.
Another trumpet?
Another trumpet.
Yes, there will.
Okay, that's in the next episode.
I would have included it, but you have to stop somewhere. We'll have the last trumpet in the next episode.
Okay. Thanks, Steve. And listeners, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.